Good morning, everyone. Please all stand and sing with me. We are connected by heart. Where do you end? Where do I start? Anything you pray for, if fear is in your way, I am here to listen to anything you need to say. Your prayer is my prayer too. Your prayer is my prayer too. Whatever you feel, I feel you too. You are part of me and I'm a part of you. Your prayer is my prayer too. My prayer too. We are connected by heart. Where do you end? Where do I start? Anything you pray for, if fear is in your way, I am here to listen to anything you need to say. Your prayer is my prayer too. Your prayer is my prayer too. Whatever you feel, I feel you too. You are part of me and I'm a part of you. Your prayer is my prayer too. My prayer too.
Be seated, please. And thank you, Jen, for that wonderful opening. Your prayer is really our prayer, too. We're all prayers together in this wonderful Unity of Columbia community. So welcome, everyone. I'm here to say welcome to everybody here in the sanctuary and online. We're always glad to have you join us. Joining in consciousness this morning as we listen to a speaker that some of you may not know, but some of us know well, named Karin Franzen. Karin first joined Unity. When she first joined Unity, she was on her prayer team for a while, and then for several years, and then she was on the board of directors as well. She also oversaw a number of capital improvements to our campus, and later served as our business administrator. And we have many of the improvements over in the living room to thank Karin for. She really fixed that up very nicely for us. So she's been a Rosicrucian for decades. Karin has devoted many years to the study of Hermetic philosophy and the Western Mystery School teachings, which share a common lineage with our founders, Charles and Myrtle Fillmore, of course. So, as well as many other philosophical ideas that influenced the founding in the United States, influenced the founding of the United States, and in today's message, she will explore these fascinating parallels in philosophy. And so I think we're in for a treat on this 4th of July weekend. So stand and greet your neighbor and say welcome and happy 4th of July. Mm-hmm.
of glue on my face. In a moment bright, soft as the moonlight, a messenger came to me, touched me with grace. Shelter me, Holy Spirit, whisper to me from above, so forever my heart will hear it. Nothing's impossible for love. Nothing's impossible for love. Something new is being born through you. These were the gentle words I seem to hear. Don't you say there's no outer way. There is none inner way, so have no fear. All together. Shelter me, Holy Spirit, whisper to me from above, so forever my heart will hear it. Nothing's impossible for love. Nothing's impossible for love. I am reflecting upon the message that love brought. I am beloved of God, born of a pure thought. Shelter me, Holy Spirit, whisper to me from above, so forever my heart will hear it. Nothing's impossible for love. Nothing's impossible for love. Do you see anything new in me? The Lord is with me. The Lord is with me.
Well, that wasn't very long. I mean, a little more here. Good morning, everyone. My name is Rick Cantrell, and I'm honored and privileged to be your facilitator this morning. Like Carol said, we're grateful for all who contribute to our service today. We want to welcome everyone to Unity of Columbia. Thank you for joining us online, and to those of you in the sanctuary, again, thank you. And please make sure that your cell phones are on silent during our sacred service here. I especially want to welcome anyone if it's their first time here. Our ushers have a welcome packet. There's also welcome packets just beyond the sanctuary out there in the foyer. Please join with me now the prosperity affirmation. Together, centered in spirit, we trust in the potential of Unity of Columbia to express abundance in perfect divine order. Our community makes decisions for the highest good. We are now open to the flow of new opportunities and claim prosperity now. Please join me in reciting our vision, mission, and our core values. Our vision is, we celebrate a spiritually awakened world. And our mission is, we inspire the awakening and practice of divine love in every heart. In addition, we celebrate our core values, knowing that we have come here to be spirit-centered and to express the values of love, peace, and connection. Just a couple of announcements this morning. Our annual school supply drive is ongoing until Sunday, July 19th. If you're interested in contributing to underserved children in our community, check out the details in the foyer or in the e-newsletter. Also, we want to remind you that our next community meeting is Sunday, July 19th at 11:15. It's an important meeting, as they all are, and the Board of Trustees encourages and appreciates your participation. Now our daily word. The daily word is interdependence. I am connected with all beings. We are one in God. At our best, members of the human family rely upon and support one another. We give and receive, we help and are helped, we are comfort and are comforted. I remember this if at times I feel alone in the world. Even if I'm tempted to cope with a difficult situation on my own, I will accept an offer if help comes. Likewise, if I see someone struggling, I'll offer to lighten a load. With each interaction, I deepen my awareness of the infinite goodness in all people. I also express my spiritual nature more fully and easily as I communicate, cooperate, and contribute to the good of others, and open my heart to receive. We belong to one another, united in our diversity and interdependence in our humanity. And from the New Testament Gospel of Peter, finally, all of you have unity of spirit, sympathy, love for one another, a tender heart, and a humble mind. And now if you join me together, I am connected with all beings. We are one in God. And now I invite you to say that silently to yourself. The blessing of prayers in the prayer box. Our prayer box is a symbol of blessings today. In prayer, we expand our awareness, knowing that we are all expressions of God. We open our mind to receive an abundance of all that is necessary to fulfill our soul's purpose. And we now hold others in prayer. If you filled in a prayer slip, you can come up and put it in the prayer box, or when I invite you to speak your loved one's name aloud so that we can collectively hold space. For all the names on our hearts, know that what you've asked for has been answered. Our Unity Prayer chaplains will be available to pray with you after this morning's service.
Teach me to pray. My heart is open wide. When self is cleared away, oh Spirit, teach me to pray. Lift me up in the light, in your holy way, knowing this time is right. Oh Spirit, lift me in the light. Teach me to love unconditionally. Let my heart open up, oh Spirit, Teach me to love. Teach me to live in grace. Wash my grief away. Hear you, this silent space. Oh Spirit, teach me to live in love.
Good morning. Everybody recover from yesterday? When I last spoke several years ago, we were in the practice of having the meditation at the end of the message at that point, so I presumed we were going to do it that way. So if you wouldn't mind, I'm going to go ahead and give my message, and I do have a lead into a 5-minute meditation at that point. So, all right, thank you. So this, we find ourselves in some really challenging times right now politically. And given the challenges of recent decades, I thought it might be beneficial and hopefully inspiring to focus in on the principles on which this nation was founded. And to do so, we're going to examine some of the symbolism encoded in the Great Seal of the United States. Now, this is, go back one. So this is the Great Seal. The eagle is on the right side, the pyramid's on the front, and the pyramid's on the back. And if you flip to the next slide now, Dave, here it is. You see it every day, probably hundreds of times on the back of our currency. And you might ask, well, what does this have to do with unity? You may be surprised to find out that the principles that our nation was founded on are essentially the same principles that guide us at unity. Historically, the basis of these shared principles is known as an ancient theology known as Hermeticism. Hermeticism originated in the area around the Mediterranean Sea during the last several hundred years before the birth of Christ, and it extended all the way from Greece down around into Egypt and eastward to the border of India. And it was known as the Hellenistic period, during which there are these massive civilizations, and it became a cultural melting pot. And so you had this fusion of Egyptian spirituality, Greek philosophy, Judaism, mystical Judaism in the form of Kabbalah, and the Essenes, who were a breakaway Jews, basically, that, some scholars presume that they had been influenced by Buddhist philosophy because of this expansion towards India. And Hermeticism is pretty much the basis of most Western spirituality that we practice today. And particularly you see it in the mystery schools and Christian mysticism. Unity is an example of a spiritual school tradition that was founded on Hermetic principles. And if you go to the website to investigate what the Fillmores studied, and I quote, "The Fillmores studied spiritualism, Hinduism, Buddhism, Rosicrucianism, Theosophy, New Thought, Christian Science, on and on." So they were really exploring a wide range of spiritual principles. Rosicrucianism in particular is our tie-in for today. And it turns out that the vast majority of our founders were modern Freemasons, and many of them were also Rosicrucians. And Hermetic philosophy is central to both of these, Freemasonry and Rosicrucianism. So for example, one fundamental principle in Hermeticism is the principle of equality, and that's based on their belief in the presence of the Christos in every human heart. Unity principle number 2, our essence is of God. And in unity we say, I behold the Christ in you. This Christos was personified as Jesus in the Bible. And in Hebrew, you'll see this name written as Yeshua, which literally means that which is liberates. Or put in another way, the nature of reality is to set free. And that's what St. Paul meant when he wrote, where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is liberty. Our founding fathers believed in this spiritual principle, and they did their very best to create a new form of government that would provide the template for mankind to eventually achieve liberty and justice for all. So let's look at the front of the seal, if I can. There we go. All right. So a lot of the information on the symbolism and some quotes I'm going to be sharing with you from a book, The Great Seal of the United States, Its History, Symbolism, and Message for the New Age, that was written by Dr. Paul Foster Case, who's a founder of a US-based Rosicrucian order called Builders of the Adytum, of which I've been a member for close to 3 decades. So let's start with the number 13, because it's one of the most important keys to understanding the messages conveyed in the Great Seal. And you think to yourself, it's common knowledge, there were 13 colonies. That must be the reason, right? No. No. Because the symbolic meaning of the number 13, and this is tied to a Hermetic practice called gematria. Okay, gematria, the Hebrew alphabet doubles as their numbering system. They do not have separate symbols for their numbers, and the same is true of Greek, and I believe Roman too. But the principle is that the first letter, Aleph, is assigned the number 1, Beth is 2, Gimel is 3, and so forth throughout the entire alphabet. So anytime you see a word, say it's got 3 letters in it, it also, those 3 letters double as numbers. They have numerical values. And when you add up those numbers in that word, it gives you a sum. So the idea of gematria is that, let me find my notes here, here we go, that any words or phrases, and sometimes even sentences, that add up to the same total sum number have a hidden correspondence in meaning. And this is kind of an aside, but there's just tons of this hidden meaning embedded in the Bible, because the Old Testament written in Hebrew and the New Testament hidden in Greek, the mystery, the people who were trying to pass along these esoteric ideas embedded them in code in the Bible. So it's kind of interesting. All right, getting back to 13. 13 is the value of the Hebrew word achad, which is a divine name signifying the one, or unity. 13 is also the number of the word aheba, which means love. So the hidden correspondence there indicates that love is an essential divine attribute. And in the words of St. John, God is love. So looking at the seal, the main figure, an eagle, stands for spiritual vision. It's holding an olive branch in its right talon. Now normally, this is a radical departure from the heraldry of the old world monarchies that the United States was breaking away from. because they're usually, this is a symbolism of war. But here we have an olive branch, which is the symbol of peace. And furthermore, there's 13 olives and 13 leaves. Again, those ideas of unity and love. So you have the eagle facing this symbol of peace. It's tying together the idea of spiritual vision with unity and love and peace. And as Dr. Case put it, our national arms proclaim the principle that the primary aim of the United States shall be to establish peace. Wow. Okay. In the left talon, we have 13 arrows. 13 arrows. 13 representing unity and love. And you think, well, an arrow, isn't that a symbol of war? Yeah, it's also a symbol of aim, intention, will, purpose. So here we have 13 arrows which combine the ideas of unity, love with intention. And Dr. Case says, we may read the symbolism of the arrows as meaning that it is a cardinal principle of the Americanism that recourse to arms shall be for no other purpose than the maintenance of a just cause, having for the object the establishment and preservation of unity and love. E pluribus unum, 13 letters. Out of many, one. Now, another fundamental principle of Hermeticism is that all things are from one. And in unity, our first principle, God is absolute good, everywhere present. Everything is from one. The motto E pluribus unum indicates the movement of the human mind from the manyness of external appearances toward the discovery of the one, whence all those appearances spring. Above the eagle is a constellation with, you guessed it, 13 stars. They're arranged in the form of a hexagon or a six-pointed star, which is a symbol of the kingdom of the heavens. Now, the pentagram itself is the shape of each of the stars. And the pentagram is a symbol for perfected man, the Word made flesh, the Christos, or the Logos, however you want to put it. And earlier we learned that the indwelling Christ, Yeshua, is that which liberates. So the Declaration of Independence implies just what the seal symbolized, that the basis of all that our fathers fought for is the truth that the underlying law of the universe is the law of liberty. Now, before we move on to the reverse side of the seal, I want to share with you an excerpt from something written by North Carolina Senator Michael Garrett after attending the opening ceremony of the Obama Presidential Center in Chicago last month. He, Obama, told a story I can't stop thinking about. The line we all know, the arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends towards justice, didn't start with Dr. King. King was borrowing it from a Boston minister named Theodore Parker, who preached it more than 170 years ago. Parker preached it at one of the darkest moments this country had ever seen. The Compromise of 1850 had just made it a federal crime to shelter a man fleeing from slavery. In Boston, a young fugitive had been seized, tried, and marched to the harbor by hundreds of armed officers, put on a ship, and sent back south into chains, while the whole city watched. That is when Parker said it. Not in triumph, but in the dark. He couldn't see it, but he believed it anyway. And then he kept fighting. As Obama put it today, Parker's words were a declaration of faith, a defiant call not to abandon hope or give way to fear, but to stay true to our better selves and true to one another and to keep fighting. So I found a quote in this book by Dr. Paul Foster Case that pretty much says a similar thing. Tyrants seek to enslave humanity, but tyranny is self-destructive. The revolution is now in progress. Its field is not the field of battles between armies, but rather a revolution in consciousness, overturning the old false standards of value. Those who have eyes to see may discover abundant evidence that the perfect law of liberty is about to become manifested as never before in the affairs of men. Eyes to see. He's talking about inner vision, because we look around, it's easy to see a lot of examples to the contrary. And at Unity, our principle number 3, we create our experience through the activity of our thinking. We know that we create positive outcomes by holding a positive vision. It's that inner vision, the eyes to see, rather than by focusing on the negative. And by so doing, we stay true to our better selves. So let's look at the reverse of the seal. Oh, there it is, okay. The upper motto, I had to go on Google and have this pronounced for me because I had no idea. Annuit coeptus means he hath prospered our undertaking. 13 letters. Dr. Kay said those who chose this motto were confident that the United States were under divine guidance. They knew that their undertaking was more than the work of men and declared that knowledge to their contemporaries and to posterity. Underneath the motto, we have the eye of providence, which is a symbol of heavenly wisdom. The pyramid presents the principle of equality. Equality is symbolized by the 4 equal lines of a square, forming the base of the pyramid and each successive course. And what we know about equality is that it's not the equality of ability or capacity, but rather equality in the eyes of God, in the sight of God. It implies that every man may sooner or later attain to mastery of self and circumstances. Politically, it's the equality in the sight of the law, with the same justice for all, no matter what differences there may be in wealth or station. Economically, it is equality of opportunity to make the most of one's natural talents and to secure adequate return for one's labors. And yet we look around and we certainly see many examples of inequality and injustice. So look closely at the pyramid. You'll notice it's missing something. It's incomplete. It's missing its capstone. And Dr. Kay said this to say, when the individual stones of the temple of government, which means our elected officials, and the persons composing the body politic, awaken to the truth so clearly recorded in the Declaration of Independence and set forth in the symbolism of the seal, then we shall have the completion of the structure begun in 1776. So, for approximately 2,000 years since the Hellenistic age, these principles of liberty and equality had to go underground for a lot of that time. And they were a hidden light that was transmitted from generation to generation through mystery schools, through Hermeticism, until the time arrived when that light could be announced to the world. And the Declaration of Independence set in motion a series of political changes which have transformed the whole world. Our motto, Novus, Ordo, Seclorum, means new order of the ages. And Dr. Case asserts that the foundation of the work which will complete and perfect the New World Order must be the recognition of the Christos in every human heart, in every human heart. And that's the perspective from which we view each other as equals in the sight of God. Give me the last slide now. So when we pledge allegiance to our flag and to our republic for which it stands, we're making a positive affirmation. One nation, under God, with liberty and justice for all. And in unity, we know that prayer and meditation are the highest forms of thinking. So let us make that affirmation our prayer and take it into meditation now.
Please all stand and sing each other. I'm called to be a healer for all humanity. I'm called to be a dreamer, believing in what can be. I'm called to be a maker, be an instrument of peace. I'm called to be a giver of abundance I receive. I'm called to be a prayer, living out the truth I seek. I'm called to be everything. I'm called to be the glory here on earth. Oh, might see all the love and all the beauty that shines in you and me. I'm the living, breathing God, and you are one in me. We are called to be. You're called to be a mother, to nurture family. You're called to be a brother, be strength in times of need. You're called to be a neighbor, see a friend in all you meet. You're called to be a healer, to build a community. You're called to be a prayer, living out the truth you see. You're called to be everything. You're called to be the glory here on earth. Oh, might see all the love and all the beauty that shines in you and me. called to be. We are called to be the kindly, set the broken-hearted free. We are called to be forgiveness, where pain has run too deep. We are called to be compassion, be the wind beneath each wing. We are called to make communion, only then can we succeed. We are called to be a prayer, living out the truth we see. We are called to be everything. We are called to be the glory here on earth. Oh, might see all the love and all the beauty that shines in you and me. We're the living, breathing God, and you are one in me. We are called to be.
Now it's time for our love offering. We now place a blessing on our gifts and put ourselves into the law of circulation. If you're joining us online and you've been blessed by today's message, I invite you to go to our giving page on the website, and that is unityofcolumbia.org. Your gift will help keep these services online. As we support our spiritual community, please take your offering, whether you give electronically, by check, or by cash. Hold it in your hand and your heart as we affirm these words. Together, divine love, one with me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am joy-filled and grateful.
Thank you, Jen, for that inspiring music. We all feel so inspired, and I want to say now we now reclaim our spiritual heritage and claim that spiritual power that our country and our unity movement was based upon. So just take a deep breath for a few moments and breathe in and know all of the gifts that we have received. We're so privileged to live in this time and be a part of this great awakening that Karin mentioned. We are truly all awakening in spirit. There is an evolution of consciousness going on, and we are a part of that movement, and we're so blessed and grateful. Your gifts add to that prosperity that we enjoy and that we will use to spread the wonderful word of unity of Columbia and the spirit of all of those truths from the mystery religions in the world. And so it is.
Amen.
So let's bring the children in. Here they come.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Good morning. So we have a nice group today, and we were thinking about our families and what we do for them and they do for us. Would anybody like to share some of your ideas? Okay.
If my mom was hurt, I'll go upstairs and go in the bathroom to get a Band-Aid.
Yeah. Anybody else?
I give them love.
Yeah, that's super important.
Also, I have more. I give my family lots and lots of love.
Lots and lots of love in these families. Let's
Make sure there's some left for me.
okay, one.
She's my cousin.
Okay, let's bless our children. We love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ you are. Okay, let's go sing.
Please rise and sing with us the prayer of protection.
God is here, the light of God surrounds us. God is here, the love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us wherever we are. God is.
As you move into your week, I invite you to show up in the world as you were wonderfully and beautifully made in joy and pure love. Wherever you are, God is.
Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, the peace that is meant to be. With God as Creator, family whole are we, as we walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, peace begins with me. Yes, this is the moment now. This is my joyous love, to take each moment and leave each moment in peace eternally. Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me.